doesn't mean that you can't have other activities going on or whatever. Anything you're doing should be wholesome and should be clean. But that doesn't mean that sports are bad. It just means that if you put those other things above the focus of the Savior, centered in my home, leading my family in righteousness, if other things are interfering with or causing you to miss opportunities to expand the teaching of, the love of, and the understanding and ministering of the Savior in your home, that's a problem. You need to start correcting. But that doesn't mean all these other things can't be in your home. You know, if you watch football on Sunday, I don't care one way or another. If you're always focused on the Lord, and the minute you get a call and says somebody needs help or somebody needs a blessing, you say, great, I'm going to do it. And that's always your first focus. Doesn't matter if you have something on in the background. I could care less if there's a TV on in the background, because if the focus is always, we are going to serve the Lord, He is going to be our way and our light in this home. We're going to talk about Him. We're going to learn from Him. We're going to teach from Him, and we're going to exercise forgiveness and apply His atonement and all of these things. If that's always the focus, then all these other things won't matter, because they'll take care of themselves. It'll all take care of itself.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole principle of, Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath, right? Letter of the law, spirit of the law.
Yeah.
It's all about coming from a place of purity and a place of real intent. And it's when you're far away from it, it seems like a mystery.
Yeah.
How can you really apply this?
It seems impossible. You're just like, oh, how can my home ever be that?
But it's something that you at least have to have real intent and to work towards and to make it so. And I have, I've made attempts, and we've made strides to little by little turn our home into a temple, and figuratively and literally. And I have seen the fruits of that in my life and in my family. Right? Do we still have our struggles? Do we still have, our difficulties and things to overcome? Of course. But power of the temple can be with us day by day.
Yeah.
You don't have to go to the temple to take advantage of the power of the temple. When the saints received their endowments in Nauvoo, and then had to leave, right? If you've been to Nauvoo and you take that street, right, leaving Nauvoo, and you look back and you can see the temple there, and you can imagine like the sadness of having spent all those years building a temple and leaving it behind, and you think, that's terrible. But then you read their diary entries, and they were leaving with a heart full of gladness. Yeah. Because they understood that now that they received their endowment, the temple was in their heart, in their mind. They had the temple with them, right? It was tough having to leave the building, right, that had been set up and consecrated for those ordinances, but they weren't losing anything because they had received those ordinances personally and individually, and understood that they could now make use of them. Yeah, they could be applied. Yeah. And that's the power that I have discovered, and I have learned to make use of little by little, more and more, day by day in my life.
Hit that like button, leave us a comment, subscribe to the channel. We really appreciate it.
They may seem like little things, but liking, commenting, it helps the algorithm push our content out to more people. So it's our small way of sharing the gospel in a social media age.